Hey folks, I'm here again doing another blog, essentially throwing in my thoughts and opinions to a metaphorical message in a bottle, tossing it out to the ever vast cyberspace, the ocean of our thoughts and emotions, etc., and commerce. Go ahead and add that to the list of vast information on the web. Um, I wanted to have, I do these micro blogs every now and again when I have something on my mind. It helps. I hope that one day maybe somebody will see it and have something smart to say, and maybe a lot of people will be able to hear me out. One of the things that kind of bugs me is the solar panel industry is so weird. When I first tried to get into it a long time ago, I had some decent background. Did a little bit of CAD for Verizon. I had done I'd done both commercial and residential surveying, not surveying as in questioning, as land surveying. Was a little bit of a different scenario there. Essentially, though, I've always wanted to get involved with the eco economy. I wanted to be a part of some kind of job that steers humanity in a more sustainable direction. Always had. I didn't have a lot of dreams of being when I was younger. I think one was marine biologist. I think the other would be to have some kind of say in engineering and of these modern problems that I was told were very important as a young lad. I know the administration nowadays, they're really afraid of that particular form of education. Their self-interests are probably the strings on their puppeting them in that direction. But I mean, that's neither here nor there, because one of the things I always wonder is, why on God's earth is the solar panel industry so slow, so unaggressive, and inept at business, at getting government contracts, at being out there. And I don't, it's like, it's so easy to blame a figurehead. We're not saying president's more than a figurehead, but it's easy to point at a president and go, "Oh, it's his fault." In reality, I I've tried to get involved in this industry, and every time I was left with this feeling something's not right. It's just weird the way that it's run. For example, when I was young, like I said, I was young and eager, very physically fit. Now some of those windows on construction are waning because I'm getting older, and I just busted my ankle, and that could be a liability, maybe. My arm wasn't a liability when I was doing surveying at the time, and that was busted and fixed. But I personally, I've seen guys who've been in the construction industry too long, and they're bitter and health ridden with all kinds of problems from doing that kind of work in the sun all day, and the repetitive nature of their job can really do a number on them, on somebody physically. So, I'm just kind of don't want to go in that direction. But when I was younger, I'm like, if I do whatever to get involved in in the solar panel industry, that involved getting on a roof and installing. And I figured that the economy was that this business model was set up and no different than any other model, like roofing, et cetera, any other. My car's left on. I didn't even realize that. That's a hybrid for you, man. Those suckers are real quiet. So anyway, to cut to the point, I found somebody on Craigslist, and they had told me that I would have to move to Seattle. Obviously, there's so much sunshine in Seattle. That's the perfect place to train to be for solar panels. A very stupid thing to expect out of somebody, and the idea that we couldn't do it and test it here, ridiculous. But maybe there was some probably local government reason for that. Maybe they were giving out more stipends and things in that area. You know how local government is, especially in Florida. We are definitely the people in charge are definitely puppets for the oil industry, and are probably in their own right trying to suppress the solar panels. But okay, so that was that one time, and I moved on with my life, and fast forward, I'm seeing all these solar panel things here and there, ads to work for solar panel play, and solar panel places popping up. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe society's changed since then. Maybe things have changed since then. And after a long time of not, I've already had a bad taste in my mouth last time. And it, I'd spent quite a time looking for a job in that industry. And, in fact, I was digging into Craigslist. Tells you something, and I had also gotten one job where I was walking around canvassing, and the whole idea was that we would tell these people, you can save yourself energy by installing this and that. And it wasn't a real solar panel job. It was actually something that I think you could hire TECO to do anyway, do an energy evaluation, and they would for free do the evaluation, and maybe even install some. I don't remember, but I think at the time they were doing something that just felt fishy to me, so I left those people the first day. But anyway, fast forward, it wasn't too long ago, probably the beginning of last year, which it wasn't that long ago considering, the years just sort of started. And turns out that they are using the model of like selling steak knives, where they have people go door to door, similar to that other group, and try to get sales for these solar panels. And you don't get paid per hour, you get paid per commission for solar panels, and which is also shady, because if I'm doing this sort of business model and I am I'm a couple of steps higher in the ladder than somebody, I could tell them that they got just enough sales to keep them walking these neighborhoods, and then pocket the sales that I don't tell them about to myself. I'm pretty sure it'd be easy to do that, and they probably are doing that, these solar panel people, I would assume. But anyway, it boggles my mind. Why are we letting them do this? Why are we looking at this industry and saying, get your stuff together? And why isn't there like some kind of savior that will change this and make it better? I don't want to point to Elon, and I mean, what a two-faced guy, but there's something, I don't know. Anyway, that's my gripe for today, and hopefully maybe somebody, if there's somebody in the industry, can talk to me about this and tell me why it's the way it is. And I just can't understand it personally. Thank you very much. Peace out. Keep rocking in the free world.